Bubo used to work at the PD as a coroner and pathologist. Then a couple of limbs and organs went missing, and the morphine stock suspiciously depleted, so the force said goodbye to him. He then set up a private practice, but lost his license pretty quick. Now he's doing something that vaguely resembles medicine, fixing up gangsters and bent coppers. Or...
Well, well. Look who the cat dragged in. The one and only chicken coppers in the rotting flesh.
Good evening to you too, old owl.
Aw, has he shot you again?
Not yet.
Ha, it is to laugh. I just need a strong painkiller, and since we're already here, some information too.
Well, then I hope your pockets are full.
We just crawled out of the river, so if it's all right with you, I can pay with a pocket full of mud.
Well, I owe you one anyway.
One? Don't make me laugh, Bubo. You're indebted to us for the rest of your life.
Okay, tell me what's wrong and do it fast. It's a busy night. On New Year's Eve, animals love to shoot or even eat each other.
Tell me about it. Tonight's starting to remind me of the bloody New Year's Eve.
Or worse.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Did you come here to cry me a river? Spit it out. Then get your wobbly waddles out of here. Ursula will be home soon.
Charming as ever, old bird. Who's that?
Who? Oh, he's my father.
Your what?
Why are you so surprised? He gave his body to science.
Then what's he doing here?
Hoo. You're a hilarious guy.
That was a good one, Sonny.
Yeah, thanks.
Huh. Two infantile monkeys.
Do you keep the dead bodies and your stolen morphine stash here?
The morphine's long gone.
Oh, poor Bubo.
Watch your beak, Martin.
This is just for decoration, right? Somehow I can't picture you playing the classics.
It's Ursula's, not mine. She plays beautifully.
I can imagine.
Hey, shut your beak or I'm gonna sew it shut for you.
All right, calm down. What do you think? Is this a medical illustration or the good doc's dinner?
Unfortunately, the two are often one and the same.
Ugh.
Spit it out. What do you want from me? I have a busy night.
Busy?
I had to patch up two muscleheads a few minutes ago. Of course, they ran off and didn't pay.
What muscleheads?
Wait, let me guess. A ram and a bobcat.
How did you know?
Shit. What was their problem? Why did they come here?
The bobcat's hand was badly burned and something had sliced the ram.
Well, it's not an easy job to haul two unconscious roosters onto an abandoned ship and then set it on fire.
What have you gotten yourselves into again, you fools? Those two work for Ibn Wessler.
You don't say.
Well, in this case, it was nice to know you, gentlemen.
Don't celebrate in advance, Doc. As you can see, we're not so easy to kill.
Just tell us everything you know. And give us some strong painkillers.
Well, all right. Ask away. But I must warn you. If Ursula comes home and sees you here, she'll either kick you out or maul you to death.
Joking aside, how are you, Doc? Long time no see.
Oh, you should get shot more often than you'd see me more.
Yeah, right. I'm on it.
I'm still alive. Clawville's still standing, to my surprise. Ursula still bears with me, to my even greater surprise. What else can I say?
You don't need anything else then, right?
You know, I could use a big house, a normal job, and a ton of money. And it'd be great if that ridiculous King Hector would finally resign from the throne.
So you still support the Separatists?
Wow, this old owl's heart is beating.
But your life partner is a bear.
Not a problem as long as I don't marry her.
You're a goddamn hypocrite, Bubo.
Why, thank you.
What does this tell you, Bubo?
That you tore off the corner of a painting?
Not that. What do you make of it?
That somewhere a painting is missing a corner.
Don't cluck with me, old man.
I'm not. I'm completely serious.
Then, thanks for the help.
Don't mention it.
Love is still in the air, I see.
I'm a prisoner, boys.
Yeah, the prisoner of your stupidity.
Easy for you to say. You can't get rid of a woman like her so easily.
Why? Because she's a bear and weighs a ton?
No. Because no matter how much I hate her, I still love her more than anything.
Aw, touching.
Hold your tongue, McChicken.
What do you know about Madame Zavas and her affairs?
Zavas, huh? Who? That woman's probably even more dangerous than Ibn Wessler himself.
Oh, great news.
Is there some kind of link between them?
Ibn's contacts span the entire city, and his new girlfriend, that Natasha, worked in the brothel once.
How do you know that?
Everybody knows.
Oh, great. We almost died for that information.
Why didn't you ask?
Just shut up, okay?
Well, just get on with it.
Have a little patience, Owl.
Well,
Have a little...
Oh, yuck. It's soaked with blood. Fresh blood.
I was operating on someone a few minutes ago.
Totally sober, huh?
More or less.
Probably less.
My hands tremble if I don't drink, okay? Just leave me alone.
It's a piece of a painting, judging by how well it was hit.
Eesh, like in the cave of the vampire bat in those horror movies.
You're right. I think all of these are illegal, or worse.
Occult magic.
Demonology.
Perverse desires.
Unholy dealings.
Would you two shut the cluck up?
もう一通り調べたけど
No way. You look pretty good, old man. You on a formaldehyde diet?
Your humor hasn't changed. Worn and out of style.
Just like you, Bubo. Have you considered that he may make us lie down here?
I'm sure as hell not gonna lay on that. I'd rather bleed to death. Twice.
I'm with you there, pal. Marty's right. So, this, skeleton, is it really your old man, Bubo?
What if it is?
Nothing. Just asking. Good evening. I can only play... Hey, did you draw this, Doc?
Very funny. Are you here to sightsee or what?
We don't have anything better to do at the moment, so...
I'm laughing myself to death.
It's almost...
Are these for sale, old man? I was thinking about going into black magic myself.
Of course. You can have them for your liver. I love chicken liver.
Ugh, I just had to ask.
Don't even joke about that, Marty. He's not.
Ugh, I know.
Nightmare. So that Ram and his partner, did they talk about something? About their plans, where they're going next?
The bobcat didn't say a word, he just growled. But the ram couldn't shut up, and he talks like a butler or something. He's got a very strange vocabulary, I must say.
What did they say, Bubo? Get to the point.
After they've done the job killing you, I guess, they said they have to kill a rat, too.
A rat?
Figuratively. An informer. Someone who spilled the beans and hurt Mr. Wessler's interests.
An informer?
They called him a sneaky little bastard, too, if that helps.
That's gotta be Zip.
Of course. Zip. Damn it.
Well, then that flea bag's done for.
Hold your horses, Marty. Zip is like a cockroach, practically immortal.
I guess. We gotta help him then.
I'm afraid you're right. We still owe him one.
One?
I didn't even hear that, Bubo. So, who tried to get us out of the way, and why? Zavos is in cahoots with Ibn Wessler. But why? Just because Natasha used to work at that place? Wants to hide the tracks leading to Natasha's past. Or maybe it was Natasha herself.
さっきの一番上選んだけど、ドーンって失敗だったから。じゃあなんだ。
But what does it have to do with Zip? Why do they want to kill the raccoon?
なんでな。なんやこれ、バグか。
Zip knows something or has something that can unveil Natasha and Ibn's secret. We need to find out what it is.
ようわからん。さっきも何回も選んだのに。
There's something else. Your car is here behind the building. Ursula covered it with a tarp.
What? Why?
She saw it in front of the brothel. And she also saw the madam's girls trying to take it apart.
Furry gods. What did she do to them?
Well, a couple of dames with guns are not enough to scare my dear Ursula, that's for sure. But relax. She didn't tear them to pieces. She just chased them off and got away with your car.
You know, for once, that's wonderful news.
Yeah, I wore my legs down to get here.
Warmest regards to Ursula when she gets back, Doc. She may have saved our lives.
Of course I will. Now, cluck off, will you?
Ah, you're the best, Boobo.
I know. Will you kindly get lost?
Ah, we're busted, boss.
Yeah, the boys were quite fast, I admit.
Ah, what are we gonna tell them? Any chance we were just joyriding around here?
Not much. That's why they're gonna believe it.
You think so?
Just watch and learn, Cub.
Sorry, guys. Crime scene. You can come in if you want, Marty, but unfortunately, Sonny counts as a civilian.
It's all right, Bosco. We understand. Anyway, I don't think whatever's in there would surprise us much.
What? Why'd you say that?
Oh, nothing. We've just heard what's going on. It's one ugly case.
Yeah, she was young and full of life. At least I think so. Sometimes I feel like I'm too old for this shit, you know?
What are you doing here anyway? I heard there wasn't any predation here. It's a simple murder case, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be, but the city's too busy tonight. We simply don't have enough officers on duty to cover everything. Sound familiar?
Yes, it does.
So everyone's doing everything, eh?
And nothing. Not what they should, anyway. But you know, I'm not even here. I just stepped in to take a look at the case for the boss. I'm already heading back to the PD.
We just happen to be around here too, so we'll be on our way now.
See you soon?
Yeah, afraid so.
Hey, boys. I see you're working hard.
Hey, what about you? What the hell are you doing here?
And we were just driving through when we saw the party.
And who are you trying to feed that bullshit to?
Yeah, we're not eating that, Sonny.
This isn't your neighborhood. So, out with it. Why are you here?
Pull back the spikes. What's going on? Just fill us in, Phyllis.
Oh. Young girl, around 25 to 30 years old. Pretty? Some kind of dough or something?
Impala, you moron.
Aye, she was an Impala indeed, Phyllis.
Wait, how do you know that, Marty?
One of the officers mentioned it. Don't blow your top, okay? Carry on. We don't have all night.
So, the girl was naked. There's no trace of predation. We don't even know how she died. It's the coroner's day off.
Another thing that only happens in Clawville, huh?
Which reminds me, what are you even doing here?
We're securing the area.
Yeah, I can see that.
I beg your pardon, Marty.
I said have a nice time doing nothing, boys. I mean, securing.
The rain's not gonna wash that off, I'm sure.
No, it won't. Not for my mind, anyway. Should we blow out the tires, boss?
What the hell's gotten into you, Marty?
Huh? Sonny, you sure they'll welcome us here?
No, they won't, but I don't care.
I like this new Sonny. You know, since the incident with the burning ship, I see these girls in a different light.
No wonder. These demons are capable of anything.
For sure, Sonny. For sure.
Hey, I didn't mean it like that, okay? Be professional. Hard as stone.
You're right. Wounded, tough, stone-hard cops.
That's right. Killer Angel. I have a feeling we don't fit in here.
Well, we did just crawl out of a river after escaping from a burning ship.
But these furies happened to set on fire.
Exactly. So that means we deserve some premium compensation.
Don't even think about it. I wonder what the...
Maybe it's just a statue.
I swear he was blinking before. Hello, miss.
Gentlemen,
Don't worry, miss. We're not here to arrest you. Though I admit the temptation is high.
I just was...
We know, doll. You did what the madam told you to, right? Please, don't be embarrassed. It's not your fault.
Hey, Marty, you're not going to propose to her, are you?
Please, gentlemen, this is very embarrassing and unpleasant for me. What do you want here? Are you tempting fate? Do you want to die?
If we wanted to die, we just had to let the ship burn. You know, the one you put us into.
I had nothing to do with that. It was Ibn Wessler's goons.
Wessler's goons? Did they knock us out, too?
No, that was us. The girls. But we had no choice. I can't tell you more.
Tell us this, then. Is the madam here?
Yes, but I'm sure she wouldn't want to see you. You have to understand that.
We'll see about that, sweet pea. Thanks for the help.
But Please.
I'm sorry, Toots. We can't do that. Not yet.
Maybe it's just a stat.
I swear he was...
You think this is a good idea, Sonny? We're gonna make the crocodile even more angry.
Stay outside if you want, Marty. I don't care.
Geesh, okay. Okay, boss. I didn't say anything.
The end is nigh. The dead walk among us.
Greetings to you too, madam. Are you surprised to see us?
I must admit I am a little. But I also must admit I'm relieved. Yes.
Relieved? Wasn't it you who put us on a burning ship, by any chance?
No, it wasn't me, Mr. Featherland. Though I can't deny my part in it either.
How comforting.
Look, Mr. Featherland, your investigation clashed with my business and my personal interests. I couldn't let it slide. That's all there is to it. Nothing more. You're expecting any other explanation in vain.
You really are cold-blooded, aren't you?
Not my fault. I'm a crocodile.
It has nothing to do with you being a crocodile, madam.
Whatever you think. So, what can I help you with, gentlemen?
Before you alert your wildcats, we're not here to arrest you, ma'am. We're not even here to confront you with anything.
Why then? To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I simply want to know why.
The answer's frustratingly simple, Mr. Featherland. You'll be disappointed.
Try me.
I have a contract with Mr. Wessler. And your investigation infringed certain terms of that contract. That's all.
Contract, huh? Is Natasha the subject of this contract? You sold her to Ibn Wessler, right?
That assumption is offensive.
So?
I'm not going to answer that, Mr. Featherland. No.
I knew it. You know, sister, you could be a famous crocodile. You're still just a snake. And I hope snakes will forgive me that I mentioned them in the same sentence as you.
I'm truly sorry you feel that way, Detective. Maybe one day your opinion will change. You know, Mr. Featherland, I was growing rather fond of you two. I'm sorry.
Don't take this the wrong way, but we don't need your sympathy or your pity, Zavos.
Just take care of yourselves when you finally face Mr. Wessler. He's much more dangerous than you think.
I hope you understand we're pretty skeptical about your advice, madam.
無事に帰れるのかい。ヤギ男は
Well, looks like the party's over.
Yeah, it looks like it. And just when I was starting to get into the mood.
Damn it. I thought I was gonna see you shake a tail feather tonight, boss.
Yeah, let's not go that far.
あれヤギはいない。ヤギがいない。
I could already smell you boys.
Ah, hello, Morty. What's up? Are you lost, old lizard?
Me? Lost? No way.
If I'm not mistaken, your rickety little shack isn't this way, Morty. It's miles away from here.
Don't you worry about me, you overgrown eggs. I know where the road's taking me.
Jeffy threw you out again, huh?
Don't you worry about that either, pal.
That little bastard. All right, listen, Mort. I'll talk to Lewis for you, okay? Luckily, he's right here.
Don't bother because of me, sonny boy. It's nothing. I can walk.
No worries. I just want your legend to live on, lizard wizard.
Thanks, boys. But you really don't have to.
Not one more word, Mort.
Hello, ladies.
Not even what happened to us at the brothel and on the burning ship discouraged you, huh?
On the contrary, Sonny. I haven't felt this much alive in a long, long time.
All right. You have 5 minutes. Then we're leaving.
Thanks, Dad. But I'm not gonna talk to them. You know me. I only conquer from afar, and only in my mind, ever since Laura turned my head. And my world upside down.
What a lucky woman, eh?
I'm the lucky one.
That's for sure. Hey, Lewis. Here again?
I just left something here, Sonny, but nothing important.
Are you sure everything's all right, Lewis? You seem, distracted.
I'm fine, Sonny. Don't you worry about me. What are you doing here anyway? You look quite battered.
Well, we got both hot and cold tonight, literally and at the same time. But we're alive, and we're hoping maybe we can find Natasha here.
I'm sorry, Sonny. I haven't seen her since her performance.
Well, thanks. Keep your eyes open, all right?
And my ears.
Listen, Lewis, I need some help. A favor.
Sonny, you know, for you, anything, my friend. 5 times a day, even.
Okay, I deserve that.
So, how can I assist you? Again.
You know old Morty, right?
Yes, I know him. Indeed.
I know he's not a saint, and he doesn't smell like flowers. His manners are disgraceful.
And he drinks a lot.
He's friends with weirdos.
And he's in and out of jail.
So we know he's not an easy character, but he has nowhere to go. And he is an old friend. Or something like that.
So, he needs a room, right?
You guessed it, pal.
Well, no problem, gentlemen. I can handle that.
Thanks, Lewis. Again. I don't know how many times. Much obliged.
Don't mention it. One day I'm gonna ask you for a favor in return.
Anything, long ears.
ゴールデンハート。
You can bunk at the Atlas with Lewis for a while, Mort, but only on one condition.
Tell me, sonny boy, anything.
Leave that little chihuahua, or we'll have to pay him a visit and strangle the little rat. Oh, and finally, visit the hospice, okay? They're gonna help you there.
Okay. You convinced me, Birdie. I'll do it.
Both?
Both. Just leave me alone, okay?
Take care, lizard wizard.
Yes. You too.
Damn, we're late.
I don't see him anywhere.
But that jerk's here.
Yeah, the famous scribbler Tim in the flesh. He must have seen something. And because he's here, he must have caught a whiff of a serious case. We should interrogate him.
Oh, let me be the bad cop, Boss Bird.
Permission granted.
Yes.
Hey, Timbo, my old pal.
Hey. Hello, boys. What a lovely welcome.
You're not scared to see us, are you?
Who? Me? What are you thinking? I'm always glad to see you working. Especially together like this as the legendary Chicken Police.
What the hell's going on here, Tim?
That's exactly what I was thinking. You see, what the hell could have happened here? Right? Very strange. Indeed.
Where's Zip, Timbo?
Keen observation, boys. Because that's the most exciting thing about the story.
Let me guess. A ram and a bobcat appeared and took him with them.
Well, you could say that if it happened, but it didn't.
Then what?
Isn't it great? Here's the twist.
Start talking, Tim, or we'll have to see if you can really fly.
Come on, Sonny. I was supposed to be the bad cop.
Shut your beak, Monty.
Hey, quit playing tough, will ya? You know I'll help you even if you don't threaten me. I always do. Mostly.
Stop babbling. Just answer the question. Are you looking for a headline even on New Year's Eve? Are you really that desperate?
I have to make a living somehow. So, tell me, how come you're working together again?
It's not work for us, Tim. It's just pure fun. Walk the city, get ourselves beat up, have a nice swim. And now, we happen to be here, of all places.
A nice cup of coffee feels especially good after a little thrashing, you know? You could experience that too in the near future.
If you can make good coffee, of course.
Well, plumey gods, take it easy, boys. I'll tell you what I know, just ask.
Have you seen anything weird around the river?
You mean the smoke and burning ship?
Exactly.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
What do you know about Madame Zavas, Timothy? What's the old hag up to these days?
I only know what everybody does. She's rich, she owns a brothel, allegedly she used to be a spy, and she's an enthusiastic supporter of the Crown and the Royalist Party.
What else?
Well, I haven't heard anything else, I swear. She's surrounded by secrets. She was a spy, you know. Although...
Yes?
A little bird told me she's been entertaining quite a lot of foreign guests recently. I mean, real high-quality VIP guests.
Who? From where?
Well, I don't know, but allegedly, she's welcomed patrons from Stavonia, Averia, and even Nautica. Basically from everywhere that matters.
And?
Well, that's all. You know I can get into everywhere, but even I give the Nile a wide berth. Those wild girls are capable of anything protecting the madam. Trust me.
Yeah, we've noticed. So, what about Zip?
I'm telling you, I don't know. He was already gone by the time I got here.
Why are you still sniffing around?
I was, trying to make that fellow talk over there.
What, the old fly guy? You speak insect?
What if I do? I'm educated, you know?
All right, Tim, my patience is gone. It's time you start singing like the songbird you are.
Hey, that's seabird. Okay, back off. We're old friends, aren't we?
Exactly. That's why I haven't smeared the walls with you yet.
Ouch.
Timbo's a douchebag, so it's not hard to draw the truth from him. So what the hell are you doing around here, Timbo?
All right, I confess, but you'll be surprised. I was looking for you boys. The whole town's talking about you.
Really? I'm swelling with pride.
Everybody's whispering about the chicken police being back together again. And that you've already turned the whole city upside down.
Great news. What else do they say?
That you've threatened Ibn Wessler's sweetheart Natasha, then trashed Madame Zavas's brothel. Hard stuff.
Really? I'm not surprised.
Oh, and the best, you set fire to a ship, too.
Yeah, right.
Ah, and one more thing. A poor girl was found dead at Natasha's place after you visited there.
Is that so? And you believe all that?
But I'm a journalist, Sonny. It doesn't matter what I believe.
Yeah, right. And why were you looking for us here, of all places?
You offend me, Sonny. I'm your biggest fan. I knew the hot dog's gonna be on your list.
So it was a lucky guess.
Something like that. And I'm wasting time here often anyway, so I had nothing to lose. And here we are.
Out with it, Tim. Who squawked?
Well, any decent journalist has connections everywhere, Sonny. So have I.
So?
You don't think I'm gonna betray my source? Do you take me for a rat? Sorry, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. I have no problem with rats.
What happened to Zip, Tim?
Okay. When I arrived here, the hot dog was already closed. Zip wanted to shoo me away, but I managed to persuade him to talk to me a little. We're old friends, Sonny, you know? And I have this personal charm.
Yeah, right, the charm. Get to the point, Timbo.
Okay. So, he was totally crazy. I've never seen him like that before. He was flustered, flailing, and talking absolute gibberish.
He must have said something, since you're such great friends.
Well, he just said he'd go to the only place where there are even bigger scoundrels than those that are after him.
Really? I can guess where he meant.
I didn't have a clue. Anyway, after he closed the dog behind me, and then the cops came and took him away in handcuffs, I came to the conclusion that all of this makes no sense.
Zip, you clever son of a bitch.
Why? What is it? Oh, tell me.
You just keep your beak out of this, Scribbler. I think I've got an idea about what our little friend's up to. Timbo loves to brag, and it's easy to approach him through his ego. Best if we ruthlessly exploit that. You got nothing better to do than stir up trouble?
The chicken police are back together, boys. Haven't you heard? And what better thing should I have to do?
The chicken police are not back together. So put that headline out of your mind, Timster, before Marty helps you do it.
If I had a coin for every occasion I heard that from you two.
How did you get rid of the cops?
With my presence. I whip out my notebook and they fly like, flies.
You're a parasite, Timmy Wimmy.
It's my job, Sonny Bunny. And I'm good at it. That's all.
Timbo, you pay attention to everything. Did anyone else come here?
Besides the coppers? Yeah, a ram and a bobcat, in fact.
But you just told us it wasn't them.
Wasn't them what? I didn't say they took Zip, because that's not how it happened.
Don't make me mad, Tim. We're really not in the mood for this.
Hey, I'm only telling you the truth. They stopped here in a fancy big car, looked around, then left. Zip was no longer here. Neither were the coppers, okay?
Tiny Tim is a true fan of ours, and it's time to finally use that to our advantage. Help your old pals, Tim. What was Zip doing before they took him away?
Hey, you're trying to grease me up with all that sweet talk, Sonny honey.
Of course not, Tim. We're old pals.
I'm sure we are, but I don't remember you telling me that without an ulterior motive. But you know what? I don't care. Feels good anyway.
I'm glad to hear that. So...
Zip was acting crazy. He was running around, knocking over everything and throwing things away. Then he suddenly disappeared into the kitchen. I guess that's when he made the call, because soon after that, the coppers arrived.
And in between?
Well, I didn't see him in between.
Why didn't you go inside? He's your friend, isn't he?
Well, I tried, Sonny. The door was closed. I knocked, even yelled. You know how a yelling seagull sounds like. But nothing.
I think I have a hunch what that was all about.
Good for you, Sonny.
Zip was hiding something in the dog, right?
What do you mean exactly?
Well, you tell me. You're good old friends, aren't you?
Well, that's right, Sonny, but Zip's not the kind to easily share his secrets. But now that you put it that way...
That's more like it, Tim. Tell me, what do you know?
I don't know what it could be exactly. I mean, maybe it's not even relevant, but I'm sure Zip was trying to get rid of something when I arrived here.
What and where?
I don't know, okay? I already told you too much. If Zip hears about me telling you all this, he's never gonna talk to me again.
Tim, unless we find Zip, he's not gonna talk to anyone ever again. Not in this life, at least.
Oh, でも合ってた。全部のでも上がったり下がったりしてたけどな。まあでもマックスだからええわ。
If you want to know what happened, give me a good story in exchange.
I'll give you a story, all right. You'll be laying eggs from it, you cretin.
Oh, okay. Take it easy, Marty.
Yeah, take it easy, Big Bird. Jeez. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Hey, old pal, could you help us?
Does he understand us?
I don't know.
Excuse me. Have you seen where the raccoon went? The one who owns the joint? Nothing. Look at this mess.
Looks like he was in a real hurry, or was trying to erase his tracks.
Because he was trying to hide something. But where?
And most of all, what?
Let's take a good look around.
Ugh, I would...
When we get over this whole mess, I'm gonna take you to a concert.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. Swear.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
You'll see. Just wait.
4時20分。朝方だな。年末の1月1日の朝方。あ、増えてない？こっち側はちょっとしかなかったら増えてる。まあ、
Marty already looked through it.
落書き増えてる。
Good question, pal.
もともとあったのかな。
Greetings, pal. What can I get you?
What are you doing, Marty?
A nice hot cup of coffee? Maybe some toast? Ooh, our strawberry jam pancake is divine.
You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Yes, sir. 1 coffee and a turbo milkshake with extra vanilla and millet powder coming right up.
Ah, furry gods help me. Please don't have a nervous breakdown, okay? Did you find something?
Nothing. Or, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but nothing important to us.
A pity. Whatever that mangy raccoon tried to hide must still be here.
Or not.
一通り調べたけどな。
Ooh, a nice pancake with hemp seed, chocolate, and black onions?
I'd rather have somebody pull my beak off.
Ah, you used to be more daring.
Yeah, and my back didn't hurt either.
Furry heavens, it's depressing being around you, Boss Bird. Ooh, maybe a peanut souffle with foam.
Oh, stop.
Ugh.
I'd rather be...
もう一通り調べてるな。
cold and...
ジュークボックスぐらいかな。あ、
Look at this.
ジュークボックス割れた。
But what the hell could it be?
No idea, Marty. Guess it's best if we ask the owner himself.
Where do we find him?
Well, Timbo told us he's with even worse bastards than the one chasing him.
That's it. The Parliament.
No, Marty, but close.
Then... no way.
Oh, yes, Marty. Zip is at the Clawville City Police Department.
Could it be that simple? And that wild?
Well, the cops took him. So it's obvious that he called the cops by himself to scare away Wessler's henchmen. Timbo was right.
Doesn't he know half the police is in Wessler's pocket?
He probably does, but this was his only chance.
Then he really is in big trouble. So? To the PD then?
Well, I haven't got a better idea. Believe me, I'd love to have one.
で、
The kingdom... Anything? Oh.
なんで割れたんだこれ。で、出たいんだが出れない。リストバンド。
I was thinking... Why did you keep that wristband?
9498423722
Why did you... Anything? Oh. The kingdom of...
Have you found what you were looking for?
No, Timbo, but we wouldn't tell you even if we did.
Ah, but you have. You are an open book to me, Sonny. So, thanks for the intel.
Be careful what you're writing, Timmy boy. I'm a cop for only the next 121 days. After that, I can gut you if I want, and get away with it.
And when did you being a cop stop you?
He has a point.
Just keep a low profile, okay, Timster?
Okay, I get it. My beak is sealed. Zoop.
どうやって出たの？わからんかった。適当に押したら出た。
Clucking furry hell!
So they know we're still alive?
And they'd like to do something about it.
ちょっと。
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake!
Can you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow! We could only hope we'd arrived in time. If they'd taken Zip to the interrogation room, the hole as we called it, and beaten the truth out of him, we'd lose the trail and end up in a dead end. It was time to be fast and ruthless. God damn it, Zip. Why couldn't you stay out of this?
Ah, look who's here. The top of the cops.
Idiot's luck. They must have gotten soaking wet because of those holes.
Sometimes I wonder how these two are even still alive in a city like this.
Wonders of the world, Marty. Hey, guys. Beautiful night, huh? Maybe a little wet, but,
Well, to be honest, I'm soaked to the bone. Maybe the spikes.
Shut the fuck up, Royce. And you, didn't you have anything better to do, eh?
Better than this? Nah, nothing. We love clowns.
Ah, piss off, chicken.
Martin,
Yes, Chief.
you know what I've heard?
I have no idea, Chief.
Do you think I'm stupid, birds?
no, we don't, Chief.
What the ever-loving fuck do you think you're doing?
Chief, if I may.
Sonny, shut the fuck up. You're not on duty. You're suspended, if you remember. So I'm not your chief right now.
Oh, we just stepped out for a coffee, Chief. Then we saw something suspicious at the Czar Club, and we investigated it, and,
Suspicious, right? You investigated, right?
yes, sir.
Do you take me for a fool, chickens? And what do you know about the burning ship that lit up the entire time?
Burning, what? Wild lords, that sounds awful.
Don't play innocent with me, Santino. You both stink like you're in deep, deep shit.
Well, you don't think we had anything to do with that, do you?
I don't know. But if you do, I will find out. You better know that.
I swear, Chief.
I've had enough of your swearing for a lifetime. Get the fuck out of my sight.
Yes, sir.
Have a beautiful day, Chief.
Don't let me see you again, Santino. Or
I'll try not to be seen, Chief.
I'm not your chief. Get lost.
Sorry, boys. I can't let you do that. You know, protocol.
You and Protocol, Bosco? Don't make me laugh.
That's the case, boys, like it or not. Stop harassing the witness.
Well, what can I do? Sorry, guys.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, boys. I hear the city's on fire since you're back together again.
Not yet, but all is not lost.
Metaphorically, I mean. So, how can I help you?
We need some information, if you're not busy.
Of course I'm busy, and of course you need information. But I'll help you, as always.
You're an angel.
Yeah, I know, Marty.
Do you know anything about a girl named Deborah Ibanez?
You mean the Bambi whose body was found in Natasha Kutsenko's weekend house with huge red letters on her back?
Don't call her a Bambi.
So you knew her?
Just fleetingly.
Anyway, I don't even want to know. I don't know much about her. Moses and Plato are on that case.
Thanks for the intel, Mon. Anything else worth mentioning?
You were at the scene, right?
We? Of course not.
Sonny, you can't lie to me. You just can't.
Is this some kind of interrogation? Just leave us alone, Monica.
You're an open book for me, Sonny. Remember that.
Guess who we had the chance to meet? Madame Zavas, the legend herself.
So you're that lonely? I didn't think that was your thing, Sonny, but you know what's best for you.
We were there to investigate.
Of course. And were you successful?
To be honest, they beat us and tried to burn us alive.
Inside of a sinking ship.
Wow. Busy night, right? Even for you.
Yeah, so, what do you know about the madam?
Nothing much. She's not had any run-ins with the police recently.
Of course, because half the PD goes to her.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Look, Mon, we suspect Madame Zavas is in cahoots with Ibn Wessler. Any idea why?
No, but those two mean trouble by themselves. I don't envy you boys.
Seriously, any ideas?
Get out while you can. Right about immediately.
Well, you're kind of right.
We can't, Mon. We gotta see this through to the end.
Famous last words.
When did they bring in the trash panda?
Not even an hour ago. You're just in time. They haven't taken him into the hole yet.
Yeah, I can see. Listen, Mon, would you do us a favor?
Can I be honest? Not really.
Oh, just a small thing. For old time's sake.
Me and my big heart. So, what do you want?
Call Bosco over here for some reason, okay? So that we can have a quick talk with Zip.
Okay, I guess I can do that. But you owe me one.
We'll thank you somehow, I promise.
No promises this time. Shoes.
Shoes?
Size 35, high heels, black.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Hey, Bosco.
Yes, ma'am.
Come over here for a second.
Right away.
Bubo doesn't have a high opinion of you, Zip. How do you know him?
You see these stitches? His weight. All of them.
Ah, I see. My condolences.
He's a good friend of mine. But the word friend is misspelled in his dictionary.
What do you think about this paper?
I've seen better, sonny boy. But that's not paper.
Do you know what it is?
At first glance, it's canvas. A piece of a painting. But it's too small and too blurry to make anything of it.
So, still nothing. Well, thanks anyway, Zip.
Anytime, boys. Are we done?
Have you ever been to the Nile, Zip?
Oh, I wish, man. But my kind can't get in there. Why, did you?
Right in the madam's room if you're interested.
Oh, so that's why you look like that.
Bingo. Did you know that the place has ties to the Wessler Empire?
That place has ties to everything and everyone in Clawville, boys. Even to the royal family. I'll bet my tail on it.
So, we were just about to listen to some sweet music when,
Didn't that damn jukebox break all of a sudden?
Oh, damn it.
Damn it, indeed, Zip. There was a wristband behind it, with numbers on it.
984-237-22 to be exact.
What? All that from memory? How the hell?
I have no idea either, and it scares me too, but that's not the point. Tell us about it.
That is, if you want to leave this place on your feet.
Okay. You got me. I'll talk, but only if you promise that the cops won't know about this.
Do we look like we're on duty? Zip is a real opportunist. He's trying to turn everything to his advantage, but we're gonna turn the tables. Who did you escape from? And why here, Zip?
Why? Because I like living, that's why.
How did you know they were coming for you?
I got a tip-off from a friend that I should pack my things and go if I want to live. But I had nowhere to run. You know me. The hot dog's my everything.
So you thought you'd be safe here?
Of course. Ibben's people are everywhere, but, maybe it's harder to get rid of me at the PD.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Those two meatheads called you a rat. Why?
Maybe because they needed a reason to get rid of me. I swear I didn't squeal to no one. Why would I?
Because that's what you do, even now.
This is different. Then, my life depended on not squealing. Now, it depends on me doing so, doesn't it?
That could be the case, but it doesn't matter now.
Thanks, Sonny. You know exactly how to cheer someone up.
What did he have on you, Zip?
You know the drill. I asked something of him once, and he told me one day he's gonna ask me for something in return.
And that day finally came, right?
Yeah. And I had to do it. Because even if I got out of it, he'd drag me back for good. Or worse.
Nail your hide to the wall.
Yeah. That's the least he would do. Believe me.
What did you have to do for Ibben?
I never hurt anyone, all right? Let's make that clear right now.
I never said you did.
I just had to get rid of a package for the boss. That was the job. Quick, clean, simple, right?
Yeah? What kind of package?
A very heavy one.
Dead bodies are kinda heavy, Zip.
How did you know it was a dead body?
I didn't. I was bluffing, but thanks for the answer.
You lousy chicken.
Zip's a secretive little specimen, but knowing his past, it's no surprise. I must take advantage of this and trap him with it. So, a dead body, huh? What kind, exactly?
How should I know? What am I, a butcher? A zoologist?
You still know something about it.
It was wrapped up entirely, okay? I didn't see any of it. It was, I don't know, average. Like you and me.
Scaly, hairy, furry, feathery, or bald? What kind, exactly?
Hey, I don't know, all right? I told you it was wrapped up.
If they let you out, what do you think will happen?
I don't know, okay? Maybe it was a stupid idea coming here, but this was my best stupid idea. Maybe I'll win a few days with it.
Or a few hours, more likely. If you help us, maybe we can cover this whole mess up.
You mean you can be bought, Sonny? What a time to be alive. The unbribable Santino Featherland.
I'm suspended, Zip, and I'm talking chicken to raccoon.
Oh, I see. You're a foul.
Why did you keep that wristband?
Because it seemed important. And because, you know me, I'm trying to turn every situation to my advantage. That's the way Zip works.
How, exactly?
Who knows? It seemed important. It just fell out of the body bag, and I thought, look, this shit seems important, so why not?
That's why they want to kill you.
I have no friggin' way of knowing that. Why don't you ask them, huh?
What happened to the body, Zip?
I don't know, Sonny. All I had to do was drop it in an abandoned part of the hive.
Where starvation's most prevalent, I guess. Where insects fight for their survival, right?
I couldn't have found a better way to get rid of a corpse myself. All that fresh meat must have been gone in a matter of minutes. Fuck, I don't know. I didn't stick around to see what happened.
You make me sick, Zip.
You would have done exactly the same thing in my situation. Anyone would have. I got the order, I did what I had to. I wanted to survive.
That's Ibn for you. Blackmail.
Yeah, something like that.
Zip may be secretive, but if he manages to open up, he's also honest. He's not trying to change the subject anymore, so I only have one thing left to do. Ask the right questions. What exactly did Ibn's men want with you? Did you squeal to anyone?
Ibn's gone mad, you understand? Something happened, and the whole city's afraid. And I have a hunch it has something to do with the appearance of you guys, the chicken police.
So, he's trying to tie up the loose ends before we can unravel the case.
I'm thinking exactly that. Do you know what it means?
Let me guess.
Yeah. I'm in mortal danger because of you, Sonny.
Stop being so dramatic, Zip. Did you tell anyone?
Other than you, no one.
I'm asking you for the last time. What's with the wristband?
I honestly have no idea, Sonny. It simply fell out of the bag when I threw it down in the alley. At first, I wanted to leave it there, but then, well, you know me, huh?
And that's the whole story?
That's the whole story. At first, I thought it was some kind of, code. But on a wristband, it's usually an ID number instead.
Like on prisoners?
Exactly. But I know from experience that prisoners don't get bands like this. Not in Clawville. It looks more like something from a hospital.
Maybe you're right, Zip. While we're at it, was it Dr. Bubo who gave you the tip-off to get out of the hot dog?
Yeah, it was. Why?
Thanks, Zip. You've helped us put some vital pieces into place.
Well, that's great. That didn't help me, Sonny. I don't want to rot in here or end up in an alley of the Hive.
We'll see what we can do.
You gotta help me.
Be glad I'm not charging you as an accomplice to murder here and now. Just keep your head down. Understand?
I will, Boss Bird. I will.
That's more like it.
Oh, でも正解だったみたいだね。
So you're telling me you have no idea what this is?
It's a wristband. I see the same thing as you. This was the only thing left of the dead body. And me, you know me, they don't call me Sticky Fingers for nothing.
So you just took it?
Maybe for some blackmailing?
Who knows? Maybe it just hurt my sense of justice. I wanted to know who I buried.
You're a real bastard, Zip. A real first-grade bastard.
Should I say thanks? Thanks.
Just lay low, Zip. Real low.
Thanks for the advice, Sonny.
So where to next? Where did that wristband come from?
I got bad news, Marty. I only know one person who knows about medical stuff.
Oh, no. We were just there.
Sorry, partner. Boobo again.
Hello, Ursula, dear. Oh, what's the rush? Is there something wrong?
Wrong? Wrong? That dim-witted, insane, ragged old stinky owl. That's what's wrong.
Whoa. It's all right, Ursula. Just tell us what happened.
What happened? You happened. And Wester's goons. It was supposed to be the only day of the year we could have relaxed a little.
We're sorry, Ursula. You're right.
Like I care, Marty. I'm tired of this. Tired of the bitter old owl, and I'm tired of waiting.
And?
Never mind. I'm going. This time, I'm going for good.
Hang in there, Ursula. And if there's anything we can do to help...
Anything? Of course there is, my dear. I never want to see your faces again.
Ouch. I'm gonna try to talk to the old owl, all right?
Good luck with that.
Oh, and Ursula, thanks for all you've done for us. With the car.
You know, I'm starting to regret it.
That was...
rough.
Yeah.
But understandable. I only see Boobo once a year, and even that's way too much.
A lot of people feel the same about us.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, what's up, Doc? Somehow we guessed we'd find you still awake.
Stop playing innocent. I've heard that little intermezzo. I have the ears of an owl, you know.
We're very sorry, Boobo. I'm sure she'll come back.
Of course she'll come back. She loves me. I don't know why. And she's afraid that I'll drink myself to death once she's gone for good.
She's not wrong about that.
What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
We're here for some information. Then we'll be out of your hair. I mean, feathers.
Who cares? So what do you want? And be quick about it.
Say, Boobo, about Ursula.
What about her?
Well, that's just it. What if she's not coming back? I'm a little worried about you, Doc. And you know that's not my style.
Well, don't worry, boys. The wind's blowing, the sun's shining.
And Ursula always comes back.
Exactly. There are things in the universe that are unchangeable.
Touching, but you should be prepared for the worst. I thought Molly was coming back too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I trust Ursula, Sonny. What else can I do?
Well, to be honest, that's all you can do. What do you know about this wristband, Boobo?
Zip said they gave these to patients in hospitals. That's why we came back to you.
Something similar, yes, but not exactly the same. It's different.
And?
And what?
Well, what do you think? Where's this from?
How the hoot would I know, Sonny? What am I, some kind of psychic? That I put my hands on it and tell you?
Okay, let's try another approach. Do you have any idea why Wessler's men were looking for Zip so hard?
I don't. How should I know? Why should I care?
He had to hide a body. The body of someone Wessler killed. The wristband is from the corpse.
Really?
That rang a bell, old owl.
Well, boys, if I'm right, you're in deep shit.
That's more like it.
Tell us, Bubo.
So, Wessler, the wristband, and a corpse, huh? It looks very much like I know the connection. Or at least I have a hunch.
Out with it, Owlface.
Okay, don't peck me, chickens. Hobart Ibn Wessler has a relative who happens to be a resident at an insane asylum. The band is very likely from there.
Wait, a relative? What kind of relative?
Yeah. You don't know? I thought you were the detectives. Anyway, Ibn Wessler has a twin brother, Albert.
Albert Wessler.
Put it together very skillfully, Marty. Yes, Albert Wessler. He's a madman kept in solitary confinement.
Do you think he's the corpse? But why?
How the hell should I know that?
Thanks, Bubo. If what you told us is true, then this time we'll owe you one.
Will wonders never cease?
So, Albert Wessler. Which asylum do you mean, Bubo?
It's got some fancy long name. I don't remember, but I have a brochure. Let me find it for you.
Thanks, Bubo.
Here it is. Let There Be Peace Forever. Mental Institution for Ill and Damaged Minds. Quite a beakful.
Where can we find it? I've never heard of it.
It's a good 6-hour drive from Clawville. Maybe more. But you'll find everything in the brochure.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
Whew. Finally? Now get your chicken scratchers out of here while I'm asking nicely. Just one more thing.
What's that, Bubo?
If that someone was really Albert Wessler, the trouble's bigger than you think.
It's always bigger than we think, Bubo. We're used to it.
You don't understand. Ibn Wessler never loved and respected anyone in his life like he did his brother Albert.
So what?
Then the problem's bigger than we thought. A cornered rat bites.
Well, thanks for worrying about us, Doc. But there's no way back from here. Too far, too late.
We're like hounds, old man. Once we've caught someone's leg, we never let it go.
Ooh, not while you're alive, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, goodbye then, fellas. And I wouldn't mind if you never visited me again.
The pleasure was all ours, Doc. That rat you mentioned was Zip.
Should I be surprised or what? I knew it was him.
Yeah, we knew you knew.
What did that old raccoon do this time?
Ibn was blackmailing him with something. That's what we wanted to ask you. Do you know anything about it?
I don't care about Wessler's dealings, Sonny. I patch up whoever winds up here, and I don't care if they're cops or gangsters. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Or gangster cops.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, brother. What about your experiments, Doc?
What? How do you know about the experiments?
I'm just,
If you dare to squeal about them, Sonny, I swear I'm gonna strangle your little skinny chicken neck.
Hey, stop right there. I was bluffing, okay? I don't know about any experiments.
Oh, now I'm suddenly interested.
What? Oh, I was just joking with you two boys. There are no experiments at all. You know me, right?
Yeah. We had to gather ourselves, take a deep breath, and think over what we knew so far. What the chickens had I got myself into? What had I dragged Marty into? Moreover, what had we pulled the whole city into? This was going to be one of those cases that changed things forever. But I wasn't worried about myself. It didn't matter to me. Too many pieces had been plucked off this old rooster. But Marty's different. He's too good of a bird and too good of a cop to end up like me.
A secret twin brother? Sonny, I'm starting to feel like we're really in a detective novel. A cheap one.
Yeah, but, listen, Marty.
What is it, Boss Bird?
I think it's best if we go our separate ways.
What? Are you joking? I know you have a weak sense of humor, but there's a limit to everything.
I'm not joking, Marty.
Well, I certainly hope you are.
Whatever comes next, you don't need to be mixed up in it. You have someone to go home to.
Gosh damn it, Sonny. Can you hear yourself? What do you think? I endured all this to give up now? What do you take me for? No, pal. You're not getting rid of me so easily.
I just want you to keep your career and your life intact, you moron. Just accept it, shake my hand, and go home. Your wife, Laura's waiting for you.
One more word, Sonny, and I swear I'm gonna bash your beak in. I risked my life more than once tonight. You know why?
No. Why?
Because we're a team. We have been a team for almost a decade. I don't care what Blood Boil says or whatever's on a goddamn piece of paper. We're the Chicken Police, Sonny. And we always will be.
I'm sorry. You're right.
We're gonna go to that insane asylum and wrap this shit up fast and clean. Yeah, just like you said, even if it kills us.
Thanks, Marty. Without you, I'd most likely already be sleeping the big sleep.
Birds of a feather flock together, right?
Like you say, partner.
Let's drop this before you start crying on me, okay?
Yeah, I hope not.
You almost just did.
Cluck off, Marty.
That's the spirit, the Sonny I know and hate. It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure. You could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised?
When all of this is...
You know, I thought about it multiple times that you might be Meredith H. Marble.
We've met her on a number of occasions, Marty. Remember? Her real name is Susie.
Maybe Susie's just an actress you hired.
You've read too much of that cheap garbage, Marty. There's no conspiracy theory. Susie's just a money-hungry little dame who made a fortune off of us. That's all.
You're disappointing.
I know. What do you think, Marty?
What? You care what I think? You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Stop fooling around, Marty. I'm serious. So what do you think? About everything?
Well, I think we're in deep shit. But to be honest, Ibn Wessler is in deeper shit.
Do you think he really murdered his brother? But why? And what does it have to do with Natasha and the threats?
Doesn't add up yet. Something's missing. Let's visit the institution and try to find out what we can about this Albert Wessler fella.
Exactly. If he's the dead body, we've got to know what the motive was. If we can't, And if he's still alive, we gotta ask him directly.
And what do you think, Sonny?
I think Ibn, Albert, and Natasha are the three key players in this case, and that all of it has something to do with the brothel.
And the fact that Natasha used to be a... courtesan?
Yeah, that too.
Listen, Sonny, about Molly...
Oh, just forget it, Marty, okay? She's not part of my life anymore, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Forget it. Let's concentrate on the case, and on making it out alive, and helping Natasha, too.
Whatever you say, Boss Bird. So you think Natasha's really in danger?
It could be, or she could even be behind everything.
No, you don't believe that.
I'm not sure what I believe, Marty. Let's see. Things got mixed up at the brothel. Used to work there, that's obvious. And Ibn wanted to keep that a secret. A secret, it seems, somebody else had to pay for. Died for that secret. Zip hid the body, but he kept the wristband. Who could it belong to? The dead body was almost certainly Albert Wessler, a resident of an insane asylum. But why did he have to die?
Okay, so the picture is more or less clear. Ibn's got his brother killed because he learned Natasha worked in a brothel.
Well, that could be the case, but I believe the roots go deeper than that.
Which we'd only learn if we talk to him. I mean, if the corpse isn't him, because then we'd need a medium.
Which would be exciting, but maybe it's enough if we ask the doctor who treated him.
That too, yeah. But where's the fun in that? Okay, so the picture is more or less clear. That too. So where exactly is this place?
A few hours' drive from here, in the middle of nowhere. It's a creepy old mansion, of course.
You think it's a good idea to go there? What if it's a trap?
I told you, you can still go back.
Huh, wouldn't you love that? No such luck, boss. If I get killed or locked up forever in an insane asylum, that's gonna be on you.
Thanks, pal. I deserved that.
You still trust her?
I never trusted her, Marty.
I mean, you believe her?
I'm sure she was honestly afraid. People don't fake it that easy. But I can understand why she didn't tell us about her former profession.
Or how she knows Molly.
Yeah, that too. And the death of Deborah complicated things even more.
Hey, Sonny, she didn't seduce you, right? I mean, Natasha.
Ah, don't be stupid, Monty. My old ticker hasn't been beating for a long time. Not that way, anyway.
Yeah, all right, boss. So what do you think happened to the corpse?
Probably been eaten. Horrible to think about, but even if half of what they say about the hive is true, starvation, riots, arson, predation.
You're telling me. Makes my feathers stand on end when I think about what goes on in there. And we pretend we don't know about it. As if Roachtown isn't even part of Clawville.
This won't end well. I'm afraid soon Clawville's gonna burn once again, and because of its own foolishness.
Well, that's if another meat war doesn't break out first, 'cause then the whole wilderness will burn.
Lovely prospects, eh?
Either way, it was a damn clever move for Wessler to hide the body in Roachtown.
It's the only place no one will ever find it.
Like the belly of a burning ship.
Oh, I think that was an intentional red herring.
Sounds about right. Who'd have thought? I believed that little rat. I thought he'd changed. Idiot.
There's a point when it's too late to change, Marty. His past caught up with him. Whatever he did since then doesn't matter.
Not much.
Exactly. And that's the case with us, too. That's why I won't back down. Even though a voice in my head is screaming right now, leave it all to hell and have another drink.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should. You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful. Why did you keep that wristband?
Hello. You've called the Let There Be Peace Forever mental institution for ill and damaged minds. What can I do for you, sir? Or madam?
Well, I'd like to inquire about a patient who I believe is being treated at your institution. His name is Albert Wessler.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't give out that information if you don't have the password given to relatives. Do you have one?
Unfortunately, I don't have that. I'm not a relative. I'm calling from the Clawville Police Department.
Oh, I see. In that case, officer, I'd advise you to visit our institution personally. Our director and I would be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, miss. I guess I'll do that.
We'll welcome you with open arms, sir. Have yourself a beautiful, starlit night.
Oh, thanks. Goodbye.
See you soon.
So...
we have to go there.
Ah, the thought gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps aren't good enough for you?
Ha ha ha.
これで出れるか？出れない。
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved... I haven't dusted...
いや、まだある。
So, I get the couch?
It'd be better if I called Lewis. He'll open up a room for you to sleep in.
Whew, great idea.
Now, where the key?
Hey, Lewis, it's me again.
Oh, hello, Sonny. What's up?
Were you sleeping, pal?
Me? Oh, I wasn't. Anyway, I'm always at your service.
Would you open up a room for Marty?
Naturally, Sonny.
Thanks, Lewis. I'm not even gonna say it.
I will. You owe me one. Again.
Yeah. I slept like I used to sleep years ago. Like a miner or a soldier. Empty. Dead tired. Then I saw Tessa. My darling little daughter. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recall her face. I reached out to her, but she just kept getting further and further away. Then I saw Molly. But she wasn't real. Just the ghost of a memory. I'm here, I cried. But all I heard was laughter. Not hers. Who's there? Suddenly, she appeared. Natasha. Just stood there laughing. But her eyes were cold. Then she said something. Painted red. Painted red. Painted red. That was just a dream, Sonny. Nothing more. I looked at Marty and I saw the same thing in his eyes as he probably saw in mine. It's time to hit the brakes, to turn back, go home and forget about all of this. Of course, I stepped on the gas instead. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good, but this...
Ooh, just like a horror movie.
I was thinking the same.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let's hope so.
Of all the great wild ones.
Greetings, miss.
Is it really you?
Well, yes.
Yes, it really is you. The chicken police.
I'm afraid so.
Of all that's furry and plumey, that's fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Miss, we'd like to ask...
Please, don't be scared. I'm just really excited. You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures, and I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Indeed.
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
We really...
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
Are you okay, miss?
Yes, I am. I just needed some... air. So, dear detectives, Santino and Martin, what can I do for you?
Well, miss, we have some questions, if you don't mind.
I'd love to answer all of your questions, detectives.
This guy seems strangely familiar to me.
You don't say. You've been treated here, too. That would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
No.
Well?
No, it can't be. Are you telling me it's him? M.B. Davis himself?
I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip was true. The eternal king of jazz in a madhouse.
Oh, no, no, no. The poor devil.
It doesn't matter how big a star you once were. Ending up lonely and crazy in a rotting insane asylum in the middle of nowhere is like the universe restoring its balance.
That was very, poetic of you, Marty. Almost deep. Careful you don't drown.
Cluck you.
This picture.
Well, it must have been made by one of the patients, so it's understandable.
It's the handiwork of our director. He's not only a scientist, but he's a great painter, too.
I see.
Well, it's lovely to have a hobby, right?
That's right, Marty.
Even if you manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt those woods.
Ooh, Sonny, you're creeping me out.
The Lord of the Castle. Say, miss, what can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we're relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous specialist.
The place seems pretty empty. Do many people work here?
We have 32 residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course, the heart and soul of our institution, Dr. Quetzal himself.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzal, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor. And even a friend.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
So who is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Psycho what?
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission of the century, Mr. McChicken.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other important persons?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
Ah, yes. That's something you should ask the doctor himself, but unfortunately, I don't think he has time right now.
He's swamped, is he?
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
I thought so. Now, what can you say about this, miss? Have you seen anything like it?
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents. But I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you more due to regulations.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the Chicken Police.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death. Lives are in your hands.
All right. All right. I'll do it. Albert Wessler. The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from me.
Oh, we won't. I promise.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
Dr. Quetzal will see you. He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs, all the way down the hall, until the last door.
What a surprise. It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
Danger? What do you mean?
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared, and we're really, really worried.
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty, but they feel exactly the same about us.
Exactly.
Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
I already sensed your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell, and birds used to be our prey once upon a time.
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living in civilized times.
Lucky. Please, take a seat. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Your office is, rather Puritan. Simple, I mean.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense. Is this cell like the others?
I would rather call it a room. But yes, it's like all the others, except there are even bigger ones than this. To be honest, gentlemen, your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
The name is Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken, from
the Predatory Division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We have some questions about one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to him, if that's possible.
Please be specific, Detective.
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Very funny, I must say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
We know you know. It's about Albert Wessler, Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
Well, yes. Why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
Now, that's much more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason not to talk to you. Of course, I'm at your service, but you must understand, I can't disclose information about my patients.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not the body.
Still, I'd like to give the impossible a try.
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
How long was Albert a resident of the institution?
For quite some time. His first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
It used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a century, until finally it went to the crown of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
What a lovely inheritance. Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zavas?
Just like everybody else, I've heard of her, but I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person. I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Oh, you can be sure about that. I'd gladly get you two together if I had the chance. A spare cell would suit her very much.
Is that so?
As it turns out, she likes small, narrow, secret places.
Oh, I see. What a coincidence.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle. So when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him, arrived here almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going out for short periods of time.
What was your first impression of them?
I already knew the Wessler name. I knew who they were. Or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler. He was famous. Gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible gray ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is.
What was your first impression of him?
He was silent, but observed everything that surrounded him. His eyes were constantly moving, never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than the others?
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior assessment. In the case of Albert, we put that aside.
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
How did Albert relate to you?
Albert was immensely sophisticated and polite, so much so that his true emotions and thoughts could not be deciphered.
And that's why you thought of him as an exciting case.
That's right, Mr. Featherland. I see you're starting to get to know me in some way.
I'm just doing my job, Doctor.
You and me both.
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared mind.
He had these seizures from the beginning.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth. Focus. Addicted to details. When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time?
It was about 2 years ago. Mr. Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we let his brother go free. Naturally, we obliged. We had no idea if we'd ever see him again.
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was unrestrained. I could almost say happy.
That was unusual for him?
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the empty wall for hours.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that?
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it. So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures also multiplied and became more dangerous.
More dangerous?
Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting, Mr. Featherland.
But its subject.
Exactly. He was obsessed, right until that fateful day when he returned to us for the last time.
What exactly happened that day, Doctor?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but 2 of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr. Featherland.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
Oh, you're right. There's no use turning back now. So, Albert's tongue was torn out, or cut off, I don't know exactly, and he was blinded in one eye, or rather, one of his eyes was missing entirely.
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Yes. And they didn't give any explanation as to what had happened. They simply told me it was some kind of accident.
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability if I want to learn everything about Albert. Focus, confused. Maybe it's not easy for you to talk about it, but did you examine his wounds thoroughly?
I'm not that kind of doctor, Mr. Featherland, but even I could determine his tongue was either cut out or bitten off, and his eye was gouged out. He also had several broken bones.
But there's no doubt it wasn't an accident.
I don't believe it was, Mr. Featherland.
I totally agree. Concentrate, Doctor. What do you think happened to Albert?
I'm sure it was Hobart. He ordered his men to mutilate poor Albert.
But why would he do that?
Maybe Albert saw something he could accidentally reveal.
To whom? The four walls? A couple of crazies? You?
To anyone, Mr. Featherland.
I don't think it's that simple, Doctor. But thank you for your honest opinion.
You're welcome, Detective.
What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
A few weeks later, Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then. We even had to transfer him to another cell, a more safe one.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And most likely his fingers had been broken too, so he couldn't even write.
Do you think Hobart could have killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. He simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients. He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now must attend to my work.
We understand, Doctor. Thank you.
Max か。適当だったけど合ってたみたいだな。またデレになった。
That's quite shocking information.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler's demand, we'd never let any of our patients walk freely outside our institution.
Then the accident happened.
Accident? We didn't believe it, not for a second. After Albert came back to us, horribly mutilated, he was different.
Different how?
If someone got one of his eyes poked out and his tongue torn out, he'd be different, but not like this. Albert was a different person.
We believe you, Doctor. So, Can we take a look at Albert's cell?
I'd rather call it his room. Mr. Wessler lived in exceptional circumstances.
Thanks to the Wessler name, I guess.
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay as comfortable as possible, but Albert certainly enjoyed special favoritism.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around in there.
That's not going to bother anyone.
Well, that's, surprising.
I've never seen a cell like this before, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind living here myself.
It seems that being a Wessler gets you privileges.
And a healthy dose of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure we'll find some answers here. I can almost smell them.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
What the dickens?
Unmistakable, yeah.
This place is bad for you, pal. But if you've already jump-started your beak holes, then sniff out the solution.
I'm on it, Boss Bird.
Scribbles, newspaper articles, study papers, poems. Perfect chaos.
Just like the troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just too intricate for you to comprehend.
If you say so, boss.
Look at that. A letter. Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. 2 men and 1 woman. Nothing good ever comes of that.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
Of all the wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up your beak, okay?
Just use your imagination, old bird. You know, I don't think he had it so bad in here.
You mean apart from being separated from everyone you love in an ancient mansion filled with madmen?
You're right.
As always. The style. It's very familiar to me.
You've been lonely for far too long, huh?
Not funny, Marty.
It is, a little.
A small window, a small hope.
No way! Is this some kind of puzzle?
I don't think so. But we could still find something important here. A pattern, a sign, anything. Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. Albert was madly in love with Natasha and would have done anything for her. I'm afraid he did exactly that. What do you make of this?
Apart from the fact the guy was totally insane? I don't know. What should I?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong person all this time, Marty.
What do you mean?
Everything will be revealed soon.
Why do you have to be so melodramatic all of a sudden?
If I'm right, this'll flip the whole case upside down.
What's that, Sonny? A blurb from some horrible novel?
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Marty.
Ugh, you're killing me. So, what now? Where to?
Back to Clawville, where we can finally put all the pieces together.
You're driving me crazy. But all right, let's go home.
絵は関係ないのか。
What can you tell us about the woman in the photo we saw in Albert's room?
Do you mean Miss Natasha Katsenko? Well, yes. I don't know much about her, but everyone heard her name and her voice around here.
Did she ever visit this place?
Never. But if you ask me, Natasha probably didn't even know Albert was a resident of our institution.
And Albert, did he mention her often?
Constantly. It was obvious he had an affection for Miss Katsenko, but I wouldn't have thought for a moment he could escape because of her.
I wouldn't jump ahead, Doctor. Something else could be behind Albert's disappearance.
Do you think so? All the signs clearly indicate this.
Maybe they do, Doctor, but in my line of work, logic's not always the best advisor.
In 99% of cases.
Exactly. But this one typically belongs to the remaining 1%.
If you say so.
So, detectives, have you found what you were looking for?
I'm afraid we have, Doctor. And more.
I wouldn't dare to say I'm happy to hear it, but I'm glad to be of service to you.
Well, thanks, Doc.
I hope I don't offend you by saying I hope we're not going to meet anytime soon.
Not on account of either of our jobs, am I right?
Exactly.
Oh, I don't believe this. Those two again?
Take them out. My car won't last much longer.
Don't worry, Sonny. I was born to do this.
またかよ。
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
Can you drive? Look, you're not a fucking lunatic.
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow. To shoot.
Well, that was close.
A little too close for my taste. And it only strengthens my belief. Wessler is desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done for.
Well, come on, what did you work out? Will you tell me already?
Sure. Let's put the picture together, piece by piece. Let's start from the beginning. So, we got a case. Tried to show us the painting. painting would have shown us the way. Ibn and Albert Wessler. Albert painted Natasha, so he met her on more than one occasion. Which made Albert fall in love with Natasha. And on a fateful night, he killed his brother so he could take his place in secret.
So what happens now?
The inevitable, Marty. We're going to the Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
You mean Albert, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think she knew about it?
Something stinks, Marty. The whole case seems too intricate.
Too many coincidences, right?
Well, after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
What? No, I snorted.
No, you laughed.
I'll just leave it, Marty.
I'll be telling this to my grandchicks.
All right, pal, that's enough.
Okay. So, Albert fell madly in love with Natasha and decided to have her for himself.
And his best chance was to trade places with Ibn Wessler.
So that's why the torn-out tongue.
Yeah, Ibn couldn't squeal even if he wanted to.
What a diabolical plan.
More like insane.
But why the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
I'm not a psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind and a split personality. I think his two identities were at war with each other.
So the messages were written by one of his personalities, consumed by jealousy?
Something like that, Marty. But we can only learn the whole truth from him.
You're right. So, are we going or what?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we started.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it now, boss. You won't have a chance later.
You're right, Marty. It's time to wrap everything up. Hey, Lewis. You weren't awake all night because of us, were you?
I've never been this excited, Sonny. Seriously, it is a great honor to be part of the team. What is it?
You, Lewis, you don't stutter anymore.
What?
Just now, you didn't stutter. Not even a little.
Oh. I must be exhausted. It happens sometimes.
And it's back.
So, thanks again, Lewis. You always get us out of trouble.
Come on, boys. Don't even mention it. It is me who is grateful to be a part of an adventure of the chicken police.
Maybe the last one, too.
Hey, Sonny. Don't spoil his mood. He's so cute.
Pardon?
Nothing. Well, if we have anything else to ask the old beaver, this is the last chance.
Hey, don't steal my style.
Just learning from the best.
Let me give you some advice. Don't.
Yeah, I can already see us on the next...
Or maybe in the...
yeah.
Since when do you drive a wonder machine like that, old beaver?
No, that's not mine. My son left it to me for safekeeping while he's working abroad.
The Cubs still visit home often, then?
They're good kids. They come to visit me several times a year, and if they're not here, I still have you boys. Am I right?
You're fortunate indeed, Uncle Mullen.
Sure I am.
トレイみたいだな。さっき調べてる時に分かったんだけど、ここの各エリアのところにここに本が落ちてる。で全部クリアするまでに10冊本を取ると隠しエンディングが見れるらしいんだけど、やっぱここね一番初めに来た時じゃないと取れんみたいな。多分本1個ちょっと前のところで本を1冊取ったんだけど、多分もう取れないんだろうね。そこのショーの時じゃないと取れない。もう来ても意味ない。
Hey, old man. Sun's not even up yet, and you're already open?
You know what's my secret, sonny boy?
What?
I never close.
That clever.
How can I help you, lads? I see you're going somewhere.
Well, Sonny's going to die. I'm just wrapping up a delicate case.
So, you'll be off to the Westler residency then?
You're sharp, old beaver.
Well, me dear lads, I'm glad I got to know you.
Hey, don't you start too.
That I'm just kidding.
もう全部調べんでいいだろ。もうすぐ進めるよ。しんどいもん。あ、ないわ。全部サブだ。
So, we're looking for more evidence?
No, I was just thinking we could take another look. You know, just in case.
Okay, sure. But...
Don't even ask, Marty.
You're really becoming sentimental.
One more word and I swear I'm...
Yep, I'm gonna shut it.
こういうところに手のアイコンが出たらそこで回収物があることだから。ないいうことはもう。
You don't want to go in there just like that. It's a closed crime scene.
I hope you're just messing with me, Marty.
Of course I'm messing with you. Let's... You know, Sonny, when we entered the room and saw the girl...
Deborah.
Yeah, her body. I called you every name in the book inside my head. I just had enough, you know? I wanted to quit.
What kept you with me? Was it just curiosity?
No. I just wanted to see your downfall, boss. I wanted to be there when you met your end, get humiliated or even shot.
Wow. Well, thanks for your honesty, Marty.
But then everything changed on the ship.
On the ship? Why there?
I don't know. Being tied up with you, waiting for certain death. I know I lashed out at you, but in truth, I felt there was no place I'd rather be. It was my place on that fucking burning ship with you, even if we both died there. Know what I mean?
I think I do, Marty. I think I do.
So, I guess there's nowhere to go but forward, huh?
Nothing left to do but kill a rat. As the chicken police.
For the last time?
For the last clucking time, partner.
Swear?
I swear.
All right. Let's hit the road.
もうここは何もないはずだけど。
Ah, you know, Sonny, few places are as cozy as the hot dog at dawn.
You have a point.
The silence, the fog, the sunshine slowly devouring the sleeping city.
The smell.
Yeah, the Cobbler district has its own distinctive aroma, that's for sure. But wait, do you smell that?
Ah, it seems Zip is ready with the first batch of coffee.
That's waiting only for us, my friend.
ここに一番来た時にこうハエがおったよね。このハエの足元にも本が落ちてる。確かそんなんだったと思う。
Well, he's out. He's brave indeed. Or an idiot.
They're often the same, Marty. And you should know. Hello, Zip. I see they kicked you out.
You know, Sonny. They told me I could stay in there for 48 hours if I wanted.
Well, maybe you should have done that.
Shit, I had enough. Fuck it. You understand? When you interrogated me, you opened my eyes. I don't give a shit about him, about Wessler and his henchmen. Let them come if they want. It's not gonna be easy for them. You can be sure of that.
That's the Zip we know and love.
Thanks, Marty. So, why are you here?
One last coffee before the end.
Are you going to get him?
We don't have a choice, Zip. We're grabbing the rat by the tail. No screwing around. No playing it nice.
Ah, I see Ibben's really got to you.
Just Sonny. I'm like this all the time.
Yeah, that's true. And what do you expect will happen when you get there?
They'll either let us in, or we'll blow open the doors and go in guns blazing. How hard can it be?
Well, I'm not sure you know what you're up against, boys, but it's your funeral. I'm just glad I got to know the legendary chicken police.
Hey, don't write us off yet.
I'm just getting ready for all possibilities, Marty. Hey, chicken coppers.
Yeah, Zip?
Take care of your feathers for me, okay?
Will do, Zip.
Don't worry. I'll protect this smelly old bird.
Why don't you hire a cook, Zip? Or at least a dishwasher? I know just the guy. Strapping young lad, got quite a big mouth, but he's not that bad, though he does smell like chicken.
Don't you mean that Marty guy? I heard horrible things about him.
They say he names all his guns.
Well, he's a flop with chicks.
Hits first, asks later.
Yeah, a real chicken shit.
Hey, I'm right here.
We know, Marty. That's why it's fun.
Blow me, both of you.
All in all, thanks, Zip. You've been a great help.
Thank you too, boys. You really opened my eyes. If I see Wessler again or any of his goons, I'm gonna plug them right there.
I'm not sure that's what we're suggesting.
One more coffee, boys?
Thanks, Zip. Maybe next time.
If there is a next time.
No hard feelings?
What can I say, boys? I have a big, soft heart.
You sure do, Ursula.
Would you like a nice hot cup of tea?
No, thanks. We just came to say goodbye.
Why? You going somewhere? Traveling?
No, we're just visiting a nice place in the city.
Sonny's gonna die.
Shut up, Marty.
So it's a case. Well, be careful, boys. And I'm sorry I snapped at you the last time.
You don't need to say that, Ursula. We deserved it.
You're a good boy, Sonny. And Marty's a downright saint.
Oh, come on, Ursula. Stop that.
Hey, Boobo.
Hello, old man.
Is he asleep?
But his eyes are open.
Boobo!
Hey, what is it? I wasn't sleeping.
You were something.
What the hell are you doing here, chickens?
Sonny wanted to say hi before he suffers an unpleasant death of lead poisoning later tonight.
Would you shut the clock up, Marty? You're not funny.
I am a little bit.
You're going to Wessler's, huh?
Bingo. We're gonna put an end to this madness.
Ooh. Or you're stirring up an even bigger madness, am I right?
Well, that's always a possibility.
Get yourself killed for all I care, but don't come here covered in blood, because I'm not gonna open the door for you, I swear.
Oh, thanks for the support, old fart.
Don't mention it, you old gizzard. Can I give you a piece of advice, Martin?
Of course, Boobo. Go on.
Take care of the old rooster, okay?
That's all I ever do, Doc.
Can I give you a...
Of course.
Take care.
How is the old owl?
He's old and grumpy, but he's always like that.
Wait a minute. Isn't he supposed to sleep now?
He is. I mean, Reginald's never truly asleep. Not entirely. He just shuts down.
Even now?
Yes.
I gotta see that.
こういうところにね、何もないところに手が出てくると、そこに本がある。で、10冊あるみたいなね。
Should I say it?
I know, Sonny. I can still get out.
But you won't.
On the beak.
Thanks, pal.
Forget about it. I'd be bored to death otherwise.
もうここは散々調べたからね。
You know, pulling the trigger was the toughest decision of my life.
You mean when you shot me?
Yeah.
But it wasn't hard, because you thought you'd kill me.
Not at all, Sonny. I knew you'd survive. I wanted it to be a permanent injury and hurt like clucking hell. But I knew that everything would change from then on.
That something was gonna break between us?
Yeah. And that I was never gonna be the same either. With that shot, I also gunned down who I was, you know?
It really did hurt like hell.
I know.
I almost bled to death.
Almost was the goal.
And? Did you manage to forgive me since then?
Well, what hurt me wasn't what you did. I mean, of course it did, but what hurt the most was you not trusting me. That you didn't believe me.
Not until you pulled the trigger. At that moment, I knew you were right. Ah, cluck.
Yeah, cluck. All right, enough sentimental crap. We have an insane rat waiting to be put behind bars, and a woman you gotta get.
What?
Come on, Sonny. Even a blind bat can see it.
Oh, well, cluck again.
Yep.
はい、ということでね、ちょっと済んだので、この辺にしとこうかね。はい、この方はバグとのございました。それではまたね。